Well, last week we left you with the sadness of leaving our house for this new life. Well, let's get into it.
The light in your eyes comes over me just like a sunrise. You set a scene, turning my gray skies blue, just like you always do. I don't want anyone else, 'cause I know there's not anyone else that makes me feel the way you do. It's easy to prove I don't want anyone else but you.
So last week was tough, and this episode is mostly about our week at Uretiti before we fly to Camp America. But first, we need to tell you about what happened after we left our house, because we've done a lot. So after some tears, we left Rotorua and we went and spent a night with Auntie Nell in Taupo. We left our home at her home and drove down to Napier, where we went to farewell all my Napier family, including my twin brother Dan. Did you know I had a twin? Soph's parents also drove up from Paraparaumu in their motorhome as well. We all had a few visiting issues when the leopards got COVID and farewell trips got cancelled. After some pretty horrendous days of packing up our house, it was really nice to chill out in Napier, especially the night we had down at the beach at my sister's place. And from Napier, we drove back to Taupo to pick up our home before arriving at the Inside Out RV yard, where we installed an inverter so that I can have enough power to make these videos. I know that you can get a 12-volt adapter, but they just don't seem to give me enough power to run this editing software, and all I get is beeps. The next day, we left our home, our caravan, in a car park in Albany in the northern part of Auckland so that we could take Soph to see a knee surgeon because she's got a bad knee. So her knee surgery is all booked in for when we return to New Zealand from Camp America. We then grabbed our home after having some dinner and letting traffic in Auckland die down a bit before heading north to Uretiti Beach on the Bream Bay, where we really just need to have a week of downtime after a very intense month. We're flying out to the States and we're going to be full on then, so it was good to have a bit of a break. So there we have it. So now on to Uretiti. But before that, if you're new here, we want this channel to grow. And if you're into the outdoors and beautiful nature, then maybe subscribe and follow along on our adventures. We've made it to Uretiti. We're just topping up filling these tanks from dead empty. And then we're going to go put the time lapse up because I reckon it's a pretty cool night up there. Although apparently the next rain cloud was just around the corner. I think the agenda for today is have some naps. We've been to this campground a few times, so we're kind of familiar with the area. We managed to grab this awesome site, pretty much have it to ourselves. This first day really was a quiet day. After moving out of our house and doing a lot of travel, we just kept it pretty on the down low. Well, I've been awake for a while and it's gonna be a nice sunrise, I think, so I thought I'll get the GoPro and the drone out and we'll see what we can capture, because that is what this is all about. We have come down to the beach here to do some drone fishing. People in the campground have been telling me there's only fly fish down here. catch them and throw them back, and only baby ones, so let's see if we can prove them wrong. And Jade's gonna go swimming. Don't think I need to worry about catching a little fish. The white line is just washing up on the beach.
Takes a long way home. If it meant I'd go walking by your door. Together we could see where the road will lead to the unknown. There is no end if you believe. Just take my hand and come with me. Oh, you're like the sun coming up. You make my world come alive. Oh, you know I can't get enough. You walking by my side. You are my sunshine.
So this is what I ended up catching.
In the song I sing, you're the melody. You're my golden.
So after a cold swim, the good thing about this campground is they do have hot shower. $2. Alright, let's go, Riley.
There's one of
Leads me home.
what?
There is no end if you believe. Just take my hand and come with me. Oh, you're like the sun coming up. You make my world come alive. Oh, you know I can't get enough. You walking by my side. You are my sunshine.
So me and Soph drove past this campground a couple of times when we were heading up north, and we kind of put our noses up at it going, who would want to camp so close to State Highway 1? But we had this really bad storm when we were up at Spirits Bay like, I don't know, 6 years ago. And we were like, do we come home? We stayed at a friend's house just north of Whangarei for a bit. And we thought, do we just go back to Rotorua? And we decided, oh, we'll just try it. We'll just stop here. And it is definitely well worth a couple of nights at this campground. The beach is beautiful, safe swimming. You've got the sunrise over the ocean, which is magic. And you've got like these beautiful Whangarei heads out here. It really is a cool spot. There's some great shells on the beach, like heaps of clams and all kinds of different things. Oh, my rod's doing things. So definitely worth checking out. There's heaps of space here as well. It's a really big campsite. I think caters for 1,000 people. So put it on your list if you're heading north. It's a good stopover either on your way home or your way down. So after a glorious morning down at the beach, it's clouded over. So we are gonna go and check out some caves. I think it's the Waipu Caves. Pretty cool cave system. So we'll see you at the caves.
On the winter solstice, the moon was eclipsed in my heart. I'll remain there.
Well, we have arrived. I call this the Tooth Garden, just in the car park. Into the underground.
closed confined spaces or doing the knee in?
Like dripping down there onto this little rock,
So weird.
making little pools.
Oh, it feels nice. Wait, guys, turn your lights up. Let's see if there's glow.
So these caves are completely free, and can you see the glowworms up on the roof?
Hi, Mummy.
There's a bit of a walking track that goes way up the hill there too. Currently you get a good view, but we won't do it today. Mostly because I'm unmotivated. Hey, so. No. If you're heading up north, then you'll be going past the turn off to these caves, so definitely worth the trip if you are a big caravan. There's that 5 kilometres of quite narrow, winding roads, but you can freedom camp here. Also, a little tip is you're gonna probably want to walk in the river in the caves, not try on the edges because it's all mud and very slippery. So better to just bring something that you can walk in and doesn't matter if it gets wet. Freedom camping. You can camp here for the night. Designated camping. Alright, well, time to go and dump a couple of toilet cassettes that are in the back of this truck and Ruakaka. Oh yeah. And then back to camp, I guess. You're all emptying, yeah?
Toilet wall!
Tony!
Who put a mud in there?
That's so gross.
This one needs another rip, I think. 'Cause I think it came out of this one.
That's why I gave it to you.
Yuck. Why is it bubbles? Disgusting.
But we're leaving, we're heading back to Auckland. We're going to stay at the NZMCA park in Ardmore for a couple of days. We're going to go and get some treats at the supermarket to take to Camp America. So thanks for the recommendations. If you don't follow us on Facebook or Instagram, we're flying out next week, or this week, on the 18th. So we'll have lots of little updates on our story on Facebook and Instagram if you want to see how our flights are going. 27 hours, but we leave at 8 PM. So we are going to be knackered when we get there. Good week, so?
Such a good week. So nice to spend our last week in New Zealand at the beach, doing what we love.
Yeah, caravan's been awesome. We've loved the caravan. I've had hot showers every night before bed. It's been great.
Time for our new adventure.
Yeah, time for the next chapter. All right, well, we'll see you in New Zealand before we go on the next video, because we'll be leaving, but we'll be in America on our next video. So
I feel like you've said a lot now.
yeah, it's a lot. See ya.